I was listening to some audio at the gym, and I just heard something that I haven't heard in a long time. I have a goal to lose 50 pounds by summer, which it's 3 months till May, 4 months till June. That's when my birthday is. And I was listening to some audio, and I heard something that I haven't heard in a very long time, like 3 years back when I was actually initially started my weight loss journey and lost over 100 pounds. And since then, a lot of bad, a lot of good, but I would say a lot of bad has happened because I've actually put on a lot of weight. I've tried to get rid of the weight and I just can't get rid of it because of my habits. And now I've been clear-minded. I've been training. I've been doing everything good. I just got off of a back injury. Unfortunately, I injured my back. But now that I'm back in the gym, this is day one, I'm listening to some random audio, and something that used to motivate me constantly 3 years ago that I haven't heard until tonight is nobody's gonna come and save you. This is your journey. There's no miracle. There's nobody out there that's gonna put the work in for you. Nobody's coming. Nobody cares. Work harder. Nobody's coming to save you. And I know a lot of people are struggling right now, mentally, physically, spiritually, financially. There are a lot of people struggling, and there's a lot of people looking for a lot of answers. And I thought that I used to have all of the answers once upon a time. Obviously, humbly, I knew I didn't have all the answers, but my answer to everything was go to the gym, get in shape. And I'm finally getting back to a place where mentally I'm doing much better. Physically, I was doing so much better until the back injury, but I didn't let that hold me down. I was out for a month and a half, and now that I'm back, and it's a little weird because there's a little like sadness, some type of depression there. And I hate using that word depression, but it gives you an insight of what was I doing before this? What can I do to get myself out of this hole? What can I do? Because I can feel myself getting consumed by these negative thoughts and these negative feelings because I'm watching all of my teammates, all of my friends, associates. I see everybody doing much better in real time. I see them posting that they're breaking their own personal records, their own personal best, and I'm cheering for them 100%. But at the same time, I almost fell in that trap where I started to compare myself to their progress, and I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. What about me? What about Mason? Like, what am I doing now, and what can I do tomorrow? Basically, the saying is, there is no tomorrow. And I almost got caught up in that whole routine of like watching other people and like comparing myself to them. And finally, I wish I would have started at the beginning of this week, but I did take about 6 or 7 weeks. I couldn't walk. Like, I was in a lot of pain for at least 2.5, 3 weeks. The sciatic was crazy. It shot down to my ankle. I really could not move, but I still had to show up. I still had to go to work. I still showed up to the things that were important, like work, family. And now this last 2 weeks, I've made it to a couple jiu-jitsu sessions, and I plan on going back full time again. I finally made it back to the gym. And I just want to say that I know that a lot of people are struggling. And I almost fell into that pit where I know a lot of people are at right now. Take an inventory check of what you have right now. And I'm not talking about your earthly possessions. I'm not talking about your materialistic things. I'm talking about, what do you have right now? Do you have an able body? Do you have kids at home? Do you have kids in general? Maybe you guys co-parent. Do you have somebody that you love unconditionally, no matter what? Do you know that maybe you don't have children, but maybe there are people that look up to you. Maybe you have younger siblings that look up to you. Maybe you have nieces or nephews that look up to you, and you know it, but like subconsciously, you know that people are there. You know that you have people that love you. But the day-to-day stuff is killing you. You feel like you're being eaten alive, and nobody can relate to that. Okay, I get how you feel, but do an inventory check. Who are the people that matter the most? Do you have people there? And maybe they're not adults. Maybe they're young children. I have a son, and I have younger brothers, and I know that I have people that look up to me. And sometimes I feel like I'm by myself, man. I show up to the gym by myself. Like, nobody's forcing me to come to the gym. Nobody's forcing me to go to jujitsu. Nobody's forcing me to get up out of bed. Nobody is forcing me to do anything except for myself. Do an inventory check. See what motivates you. And I'm not talking about you got to be fired up motivated. I'm talking about what makes you get up day to day to do the grind. Why are you grinding? There's a lot of suckers out here that just give up and roll over. But why haven't you? Do an inventory check in your life and see what matters the most to you. What kind of life do you want to live for others to? Because people are watching you regardless. And there's a lot of people that want to see you fall. There's a lot. You have way more haters than you think. Trust. That's why you be feeling alone. Because everybody's watching you fall. Everybody loves to watch everybody. That's just how it is these days. People will let you know when you're doing good. But people will let you know 110-fold when you're not doing good. And it's from silence. And I've seen this before. It's a quote, is silence is violence. Trust, man, that's why a lot of people who lose their lives by their own hands, a lot of people feel guilty. Hey, it's day one. We're back in the gym. We got a long ways to go. We're going to do a lot of fasting. We got a lot of weight to drop. We got really big goals. It's weird because I feel like I'm finally waking back up. I took a very big hit. I lost somebody really close to me when I was doing so well at the peak of my self-improvement. And I just feel like I'm waking back up. And I'm figuring out what my not to say I lost my purpose, but I fell off my purpose. I definitely fell off. But it's so weird to have this feeling again. If you guys go back and watch my videos like 3 years ago, you'll understand what I'm talking about. And I hope you guys stick to it. Whoever's watching this, if anybody's watching this, remember, no one's coming to do it for you. No one's going to come put the work in for you. We got to lock in, guys. I'm sitting in my 2020 Mustang right now. There's a nice Corvette back there. I don't know if you can see it or not. A super nice Corvette. A Corvette is my dream car. Okay? I've gotten all this stuff written down, guys. I got goals written down. I'm envisioning it. I haven't had this feeling in 3 years, man. Something's clicking. And it starts with showing up for yourself. I wish you guys the best. I'll see you in the next video.